Welcome to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. I'm Susan, your hostess, and it is windy out here. I hope my phone don't blow over, and I hope that I can get through this video. But we're going to harvest our watermelon beets today. This is hashtag GrowBig24, hosted by GrowBig TV, and the hashtag for the radishes is hashtag GrowBig watermelon radishes, and I believe I got that right. Joe wants you to put that in all your videos that have to do with your radishes, and it is going to be by weight with no splits. So let's get harvesting. All right, we're going to start pulling radishes, y'all. First radish. Second radish. Now, I'm only looking for the big radishes, and this is going to be my harvest for this video. These are watermelon radishes. Third radish. Ooh, big. Woo-wee, that's a big radish. Hopefully we get one that's going to be quite big in weight. And I really don't know why they're red on the outside. I thought they were supposed to be green, but it could be because of the soil that they're in. Doesn't have the right alkaline or acidity. So let's see if we can find any more big ones in here. This one isn't as big, but it's ready to harvest. And I've got eggs all over everything out here. It looks like I've got some kind of worm eating on my radishes. We're going to get rid of that. Let's see what else we can find out here. Look, my hands are covered in those little eggs. And I may go ahead and just harvest these because of that. There's another good one. I think I'm just going to go ahead and harvest all of these. We'll get them cleaned up. Whether they're big or small, it doesn't really matter. We're going to get them harvested because of that. Because these worms are everywhere. Now see, that one's the right color. Chicken snacks. Even if they're too small, I'm going to feed those to my chickens. So we're just going to go ahead and harvest this whole thing because I had no idea these were crawling all over my radishes until I got out here this morning. I'm trying to do this early in the day so that I can get in before it rains and while we're out here and it's cool. So we're going to keep pulling. That one's the right color. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw the ones for the chickens to the side. I'll get to them in a little bit. We are getting lots and lots of radishes. If they're little like this, I'm going to chunk them to the birds. They'll have a nice little treat. That one's kind of small. I may have to change my position, but I'm trying not to because I can reach. Yeah, some of these just didn't take. So we got a few of them that are bigger, and the rest of them are kind of average size. Here's 2 good sized radishes. I'm thanking God for the rain because we weren't able to get out here and water for a few days. Our well is acting up. So I've got the water running right now, washing laundry, so I figured this would be a great time to harvest these radishes and get them out of the bed and maybe plant something behind this. But now that I see these worms in here, I think I'm going to get my diatomaceous earth out after the rain and just sprinkle it all over and maybe eradicate all those eggs and stuff. So we're not getting a whole bunch of large ones, but we've got a few. And I'm going to go inside and we're going to weigh these after I get them cleaned up and see what we've got. So that's what they're supposed to look like. I've got a bunch of them that are not the right color though. I'm going to leave my marigold in here. I thought I got 2 marigolds in here, or 3. I'm going to leave them in here. We're going to take all these weeds and feed them to the chickens. I've got one more. And it didn't produce a radish. And I dug up my plant, so I'm going to get it back in the soil. And maybe it'll pop back. All right, we've got some work to do. Okay, I'm going to start taking the tops off these radishes. I understand that you can eat them in a salad, but because they are full of these little worms and stuff, I'm tossing them to the chickens. And we're going to go inside, get them cleaned up, and then I will weigh them. Whew. They're also quite wet. Look at the root on that thing. So the chickens are getting a treat today. The first prize is $100. The second and third prizes are seeds. I will be happy with the radishes, to be honest with you, but if I win, it will be a blessing. That one's kind of small, but I'm going to throw it in there. And look at the chickens out here. Can y'all see the chickens? Look at those chickens. They're going nuts. Let me see. I've got all of them that were on that side, I think, except for one or two maybe. So I know when they find all these eggs and these worms on here, they're going to go nuts. I just tore the top off that one. It's not a contender anyway. I wonder if they turn red when they get really big. Feed the chickens. I don't don't have any little worms crawling on me. That's a good thing. Or you'd hear me screaming. Those are no good. We'll get these radishes cleaned up and get them weighed. I'm starting to harvest. I harvested some bell peppers yesterday. I've actually got a zucchini out in the Grow Big TV that I'm going to take off because I don't want the energy going to that radish. I want it going to the big radish. So, over the fence you go. We did get some nice sized radishes though. And my beets are almost ready as well. That's a good one. One more to de-leaf. I got a good harvest out of that, and I've got 3 contenders. This is the biggest one. There's no blemishes on this, and this one is a big one, no blemishes, and then this one is a little bit smaller and still no blemishes, no cracks or anything. So these 2 are my contenders, and y'all can see one is actually bigger than the other. Alright, Joe didn't specify whether to leave the roots on or not. I'm going to go ahead and cut them off because when you buy them in the store, you don't always have roots on them. So I get as many of the little roots off. And then I've got a little bit of the green cap on here. I'm just going to cut that off as well because we want to get an accurate count. Now this is my smallest of the 3. I'm going to move my scale up, and I may have to come in with my phone separately and give you the weight. I've already zeroed it out. That radish weighs 4 ounces. Oh, it's a little over. It's 5 ounces. So we're going to go with 5 ounces on that first. Second to the largest are the middle radish. And y'all can see no blemishes. I'm going to go ahead and top it and get rid of some of these roots. Those pieces will go out to the chickens as well. Okay, I got off as many of the roots as I possibly can. We are back at 0. And we're going to check the weight on this one. This is the medium radish. We're going to go down. And we are at 6 ounces. Here is the biggest radish of them all. It's a whopper, y'all. Let me get the top and the roots off of this one. I may have to get a sharper knife. Hang on a second. So I have topped it and I've got the roots off of it. We're going to weigh it. Let's see if I can get it to lay. Might have to do it this way. Okay, let's check it out. This is the large radish, y'all. So we're going to go down here, and it is 7 ounces. Here's my contender, a 7-ounce radish. We're going to cut one of them open just so you can see inside to know that it is what I said it is. It is a watermelon radish. Now, these have changed colors. I do not know why they got red, unless they went past the due date on them, because you know you only grow these for about 55 to 60 days. So we're going to cut one of these open and check it out. That is one big radish, let me tell you. This one weighed 7 ounces. There's no openings on it. I cut the root off. I cut the top off and the root. This is my third and final entry into the Grow Big 24 for the watermelon radish, hosted by Joe and Corky over at Grow Big TV. Grow your radishes, y'all. Thank you, my friends, for watching, and may you be fully blessed.